Matt, it's the same scoreline as the FA Cup defeat to Gloucester last year, but much improved performance from then?
Yeah, I think so. I think when we were at Gloucester last year, I think we're fully aware that could have been 6-7-0. It was a very bad first half from us last year, and we never looked like anywhere near their box. Today, I think they had a few attempts on goal, and Sadie was brilliant in goal shot stopping today, but the work rate from the team all over the pitch, I think we gave them a game, and you could tell just by the attitudes of the opposition as the game kept going, the frustration that started coming out. They weren't getting it their own way, and we were in the game right up until the end, really.
Yeah, you're not going to take any pride, of course, from losing, but Gloucester have been scoring 7, 8s and 9s against others, and you stood firm to them, and you said had chances against a team that had only conceded 5 already this term.
Yeah, I don't like coming up with excuses. I'm very honest with my appraisal with the players, and I've come off the pitch saying, you did what I asked you to do, and that's all I can ask. But, when you've got a team which is full of players that are doing some academy scholarship with a university, they train most days of the week. That's not a moan about it, that's fair play to them. But, we train twice a week, they're training 5 times a week. There's going to be a little bit harder for us, but I think we matched them across the pitch for most of the game. Apart from maybe one of their players who looked absolutely unreal, I don't really think we looked that different from them as far as the game went, and I thought it was a fantastic game.
It was, but going into it, you're hindered with squad selection. You only had 2 substitutes, lots of players unavailable today. Is it just a short-term thing?
Yeah, it's a short-term thing. A few players are away on holiday, like Christmas breaks. A couple were injured, one pulled out with a sickness bug. I had almost the opposite sort of thought process today, and thought that although we could have done maybe with 1 or 2 players, sometimes it makes the players around step up a bit more and work that a little bit harder, knowing they've got to do that job. And to be fair to them, they did, and I can't fault them today. I really do think the performance probably deserved that little bit more. I think we were unfortunate not to get an equaliser. We had 3 shots sort of saved off the line. What can I say? I think the performance deserved a draw. But, fair play to Gloucester. And you can see why they're top of the league. Compared to the other teams we've played this year, footballing-wise, they look very strong.
It wasn't for the want of trying to change shape as well, to try and get back into the game. You've got a couple of players who are out of position there, and Duffy out on the right, and you've had players, Mills Bellotti, back in the team as well. So it feels like you're doing everything you can, just couldn't quite get the breaks this afternoon.
Yeah, I think we acknowledge that we probably were letting them in too easy in the first half. They had a few too many shots for our liking, them taking that 1-0 lead. Second half, I think the first sort of 10 minutes of the second half was a bit of a non-starter for both teams. There was no real chances. We were kind of cancelling each other out, and the pace was a little bit slower. And we discussed it on the bench and saw there was an opportunity to get in behind them if we changed up and try and get that equaliser. But we were aware there was a risk of opening us up at the back a little bit. And, it worked in the sense of we made the changes, we changed the formation. We got probably 6 or 7 attempts then straight off that in the next 10 minutes. But, how this works sometimes, if you're going to take a gamble, sometimes you've got to be prepared to lose. And that's what happened. They went up the other end and got the second goal. And, I'm not disappointed with it as such. It's just some weeks we would have got the equaliser, other weeks we go 2 down.
You've already mentioned the 2 goals conceded. Sadie finally completely powerless. You made a great save actually in the build-up for the first, but it must be a great confidence booster, because I thought she was excellent this afternoon.
Yeah, I think she had it about her from the moment she turned up today. She looked very confident, very strong. We know her qualities and we know her strength. I think sometimes in previous weeks we've left her a little bit high and dry and it's kind of exposed her, but today I think, the defenders closed their angles down, made it difficult for the attacker, and Sadie did her job as well. Sadie then comes out with that tighter angle and saved the shots. Whereas in previous weeks we've probably let them through, clear on goal, 1v1, big open space, and Sadie's not expected to save those shots, unfortunately, but today she did everything right. I can't really fault her.
You'll be hoping that there is another game next week. You've had a couple of weeks off. You've got a progress walkover in the FA Cup and then the weather. So Bitten away next week if it goes ahead. Confident going into that one against another team near the top?
I think it's one of the things, it's the games I enjoy. I don't like going into games where you kind of, you're going to maybe get a result out of it. And all due respect to maybe the people through November that pulled out of the game, in the County Cup, we kind of knew we were going to get that result, and those aren't the games we want to play. We want to play games where it's going to be tight, competitive football, and loads of people have come and spoke to me today about watching this game, saying how entertaining it was and how great it was, and that's what we want from women's football, and that's what we pride ourselves on. So I think very much like the FA Cup game was here, we probably owe Bitton one. So we're going to go there and really give it a good go. We're looking forward to it, and we know Bitton won't disappoint as well. They're going to step up. So, you know, anyone around next Sunday, get themselves to Bitton, because we're really going to go for it, and hopefully it'll be another classic over there.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Thanks for chatting to us today.
Thank you very much.